Hello and welcome. This is a 2020 rematch between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. So we're actually going to move some of these lean states out from lean and put Oregon, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland. There. So now it's 188 to 149. We're going to go to the state of Texas first. In the House race, 2 seats had flipped, showing that a little slight movement, more Democrat. And in the Senate race, Ted Cruz won around a 3%. The governor race, George Abbott beat Lupe Valdez around 13%. And in their race in 2016, Trump won around a 8%. So I see a slight shift. So I'm going to say around a 7%, 7.5% win for Donald Trump. In the primary, Hillary did very well there. But Ted Cruz did very well there for the 2016 election. For the state of Georgia, Hillary Clinton won almost every single district there. Donald Trump also won almost every single district except for the Atlanta region. In 2016, Donald Trump won there by around a 6%. No, that's actually 5.1%, I think. Yeah. And in the House race, 1 seat flipped. The governor race, Brian Kemp won by 0.5%. I could see this race slightly moving, a little more Democrat, so I'm going to see it move away from the likely column into the lean column, around a 4.8% win, 4.5% win for Donald Trump. It's still a win. In the state of Arizona, next. The state of Arizona, we see a slight shift in District 2. Let's go to Arizona. Donald Trump won there around a 4%, a little less than 4%. In the Republican primary, Donald Trump won almost every single district, and same with Hillary Clinton. In the Senate, it's a flip. Krista Sinema picked it up. In the governor race, Doug Ducey won around 15%. So I see also a slight shift here. So 3.5% win probably for Donald Trump, or 3% solid. So Donald Trump's now at 214 electoral votes compared to 188 for Hillary Clinton. Let's move into the state of Ohio again. So in Ohio, Mike DeWine won there around a 4%. In the Senate race, it was a little closer than expected. Sherrod Brown, though, won by around a 7%. In the House, it stayed the exact same. In the primary, Hillary won almost every district, and in the primary in 2016 for Trump, Kasich won almost every district. In 2016, Trump won at around a 8%. So I think he could win actually around a 9%, 10% range this time. For the state of Iowa, 2 seats flipped. In the governor race, it went to Kim Reynolds by around 3%. In the presidential race, Trump won around a little under 9%. In the primary, Ted Cruz won there. And in the primary for the Democrats, Hillary won there. So I think that Trump could win this again, but a little closer, so I'm going to say an 8% solid. So that's around a 1% more to Clinton this time. The reason why I moved Maine's 1st congressional district slightly is because of... that's not what I wanted to do. Why is it not? Oh, to do that is because why did I do that actually? That should not have moved. I should have left that in solid. I was gonna say District 2. This is interesting to me. Jared Goldman beat Bruce Polikin by... He didn't even beat him in the popular vote, but there's still 5% left. I think this could get recalled, and Bruce Polikin will actually pull the win out here. In the governor race, Janet Mills beat Sean Moody, and in the Senate, expected Angus King beating Eric Brakey and Zach Ringelstein. I think Trump could win this likely again with a slight turn. He won, I think, what was it, 10%? I think he won that district by, but I think this time he'll win around a 8%, slight shift. Let's move into Maine's Maine at large. I think Trump could actually win this one. This will be the first flip. There's a lot of things that have come up against Hillary Clinton since the election that would hurt her. Also, a couple things Trump has done. Not everyone has liked, but I think if it came down to Trump versus Hillary Clinton again, I think Trump would flip Maine at large. Maybe District 1 could move into the likely, but I see it nearly staying in the solid. In the state of Florida, Florida's interesting. There was a flip in the Senate race, and in the governor race it stayed. In the House, two seats flipped. In the Democratic primary, Hillary Clinton won there, and Donald Trump won there for the Republican primary. In 2016, Trump won by 1.2%. I see Trump also pulling out a win here by around 2%. A little larger of a margin. Let's move into Nebraska's 2nd district. Trump won it in the likely column between 5 and 10%. I think with the districts actually expanding its lead from last election, I think it could also stay into the likely again. In the state of North Carolina, there was no change in the House, and there was no one running in the Senate in the governorship at the time. Hillary Clinton won the primary there. Trump won the primary there. I could see Trump actually expanding his lead to likely. And same with Georgia. Georgia, actually, I could see actually. No, it would stay in the lean. So now Trump is 8 electoral votes away from being reelected. Let's go into the state of Nevada. Nevada is stayed the same in the House race. In the Senate, it flipped, and in the governor race, it flipped. Hillary Clinton won this state by 2.4%. It went pretty much to her, and pretty well. Trump did there pretty well. But with, like I was saying, there's a lot of things that now came up about Clinton. This could stay in the Democratic column, but I think it would flip to Trump. So now Trump is 2 electoral votes away from being reelected. Actually, let's move Washington, the likely as well, not Maryland. I don't know why I did that. Okay, let's move to Colorado. Colorado stayed for the governor race, no Senate race, 1 flip in the House. It went to Hillary Clinton by around 4%. And in the primary, Ted Cruz did pretty well there. And in the Democratic primary, Hillary did pretty well. I mean, no, actually, Bernie Sanders did pretty well there. So I think it would stay in the same margin. New Mexico should be in the likely, actually. Let's move to the state of Virginia. 2 areas flipped. Hillary won those both. They were very close. Well, this one was. This one was also close, but the Republicans won by around 7%. Hillary Clinton won there by around 6%. So I think she could actually win still, but it would actually be in the lean column this time. So there was a slight shift a little bit to the Republicans because of the things that have came out on her. Let's move into the state of New Hampshire. New Hampshire, she won by 0.3%, very, very narrowly. In the primary, Trump won every district, and in the primary, Bernie Sanders won every district. So I don't think that she would actually win there again, even though that the results in the House are the same. And in the governor race, stay in the Republican column by 7%. So I think this could actually flip, and that Trump has been reelected. We're going to move into the state of Pennsylvania. Tom Wolf won there, no change. Bob Casey won there, no change. A bunch of seats flipped around, but it was the same as 2016. In 2016, Hillary Clinton lost to Donald Trump there by 0.7%. In the primary, she edged it out. In the primary for Trump, won every single district. So I think Trump can win Pennsylvania again. Let's move into the state of Michigan. In the state of Michigan, Trump won this by 0.3%. He won almost every district in the primary, and Bernie Sanders almost won every district in their primary. So even though, let's look at the House. 2 seats flipped. Senate stayed the same. Governorship flipped. But I think it could stay in this column, even though things are changing there. Probably almost any other candidate. Probably, well, the stronger, at least moderately strong Democratic candidates could win there. I think any single one could flip it back. But Hillary Clinton, I don't think so. She would not do good in this race. This is another state that should flip if there was not all these allegations and things that have happened with her in her campaign. So I think this could this would stay. Let's move into the state of Wisconsin. This flipped in the governor race. Senate race, it was a little closer than expected, and in the House, it was the exact same. The House usually indicates a little bit better in a presidential election, and some Senate races, so I don't know. Trump won this by 0.7%, same as Pennsylvania. But I think even though there's a little bit of a shift Democratic, I think he could win this again by 1%. And Michigan around 0.5%. Pennsylvania around 2%. 2% because Pennsylvania, I think Trump has done the best in out of these three. Not Ohio or Iowa. I'm just counting these three. Now we're going to move into the final state, Minnesota. The Republicans flipped 2 seats in the House, and Democrats flipped 2 seats in the House. And the Senate stayed the same, governorship stayed the same. Hillary Clinton won it by 2.5%, I think. Yeah. I think this is another flip. I think Trump could win this around a 0.25%, 0.3%. Because of everything against Hillary Clinton. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.